This lesson depends on the previous lesson. I will assume that you have already studied the passage on office organization. You'll find the full passage below this video. So what I'm going to say is pause the video now, review the passage if you need to, and answer this question, and then after a pause, we'll discuss it together. Okay, so of course when you're reading a passage, it's a very good idea to just come up on your own with the primary purpose of the passage. You should always be thinking of that. In fact, you should just get in the habit even when you're reading news articles. What's the primary purpose of this news article? Why is the author writing it? What kind of point is the author trying to make? You should always be in that mode of thinking that way. Because first of all, the primary purpose question is a common question. It doesn't show up all the time, but it's common enough that you're likely to see it. And also, if you understand the primary purpose, it makes it much easier to answer detailed questions. So here we get the primary purpose. We're asked that the primary purpose of this passage is to argue that open office layouts provide many more assets than disadvantages. That's a little too positive. In that last paragraph, remember that there was a lot of hedging going back and forth. There are definitely some assets, but there are definitely some disadvantages. Even the employees who appreciate the benefits still report dissatisfaction because of some of the problems. So this is a little too positive. Question the supposed link between office organization and productivity. It doesn't seem to be questioning that. It is exploring the link between office organization and productivity, although it seems to suggest, even with the other problems that open office spaces have, that they do improve productivity. It says quite clearly, managers consistently report a positive impact of this collaboration. So in other words, the collaboration must be doing something good for the business. And so there is productivity. So it's not questioning it. It's not saying, gee, no matter what organization we have, we get about the same productivity. It doesn't seem that the productivity has anything to do with the organization. It's not saying that at all. So B is wrong. C, evaluate one office organization design that arose as a response to another. Interesting. So the passage definitely is exploring and evaluating the open office layout. And it is true that the open office layout seems to have arisen as a response to that earlier regimented factory-like layout. And so this one looks promising. We'll just mark it, but let's look at the others to make sure. Suggest new directions for the development of office organization. No, they weren't suggesting something new. The open office is already implemented. They're not suggesting anything else. E, propose the design that would maximize the efficiency in the vast majority of workplaces. That's much more grand. We don't know this. It wasn't talking about a variety of workplaces. It wasn't saying that it works better here than another place. And it's certainly not making the claim that this maximizes productivity or maximizes efficiency. It does seem to make the claim that it's much better than the regimented design, that we definitely improve moving from the regimented design to the open office design, but anything about maximizing, that's a bit too strong. So we're going to reject that, and the only answer we're left with is a very reasonable choice, answer choice C, to evaluate one office organization design, the open office design that arose as a response to the other. Answer choice C.